Doesn't matter. Okay. Welcome to Loquentes Stercore episode. Yo, it's already episode 5, man.
I thought this was episode 4 at most. But no, let's just keep the microphone at one place.
Yeah, I feel like we should put it in the middle. One of our microphones isn't working, but oh yeah, we should do an intro. My name's Giorgio.
I feel like we're already past the intro point, so let's just keep on going with me, Nathan.
Yeah. So I feel like you should talk in this side of the microphone.
Like, so constantly switch the microphone back and forth so we can just have our turn to talk.
Yes, I think we're just gonna have a turn to talk. But yeah, it's fucking warm outside, don't you think? I mean, it's really hot. it's very, it's very hot outside, man. It's too warm, actually. It's actually getting warmer and warmer, man. I feel like in a couple. I feel like this summer we will at least reach 40 degrees.
Well, when I said that we were gonna reach 40 degrees, you told me I was crazy. That was fake news. I told you, man, it's gonna get hot as fuck. And only hotter. It's getting hot as tits out there, man.
I kind of feel like this thing feels scripted, even though it's not. But why are you talking in such a weird way, man? Yo, I have to be on work in like 30 minutes. Less than 30 minutes, like 20 minutes, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna sit next to you, man, just to make this podcast a little bit, a little bit better. I feel like we should just do it tonight. But is your friend coming over still?
Yeah, I'm probably really wasted tonight. So it will also be funny. Anyhow, the weirdest tits thing, the hottest tits thing, I saw that you wanted to say it after I said that it's hotter than seeing shit outside. Because hotter shit isn't hot. Hottest tits is.
Well, it is hot as shit. You know when you take a really hot shit, just a steaming pile, just it's fresh. It's just fresh. When it's the freshest, I feel like that's the hottest.
Now you said steaming already, right? You have steaming hot, that is hot, right? You already have steaming. Steaming goes with shit, hot goes with tits. I
I
mean,
think
that
you
makes
could
sense.
steam with cold air.
You could steam with, yeah, but that's still a steaming, that's a steaming pile of shit.
Yeah, that means it's hot.
Not a hot shit. Don't say a steaming pile of tits. That's weird.
That's weird.
You do have hot tits.
Well, what if a lady has like really flubby tits, like fat ones, giant ones, gigantic ones, like we just saw in that breastfeeding video, which is porn. All right, let's not kid ourselves. No mother is watching another mother feed another mother's baby. This guy is jerking off. Like, I'm not gonna jerk off to those videos, but it's nice to see, breastfeeding videos.
It's kind
But
of
what if
hard.
she has giant titties and you put it in you like she lays them on the table, then it's a pile of tits.
And that's hot shit. But I also think it's like no porn when you see a mother breastfeeding a baby. Because
Yeah,
there's
that's
the
pretty hot,
baby.
man.
There's,
No, but
there's the baby.
but pregnant women have really nice boobs.
They do have nice boobs.
They have nice boobs.
That's true.
So
But the baby is like a total turn off, and that makes it impossible to jerk off to.
no, I'm not talking about jerking off, man. I just like to see pregnant women's boobs. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that like takes away the pornographic edge of it if you don't want to jerk
Yeah,
off
but
to a video.
I don't mean it as a porn thing, I don't want it to be porn. I just like seeing tits. Like
Yeah.
it feels like you're getting rewarded, for being a good person, and then you get to see some titties.
Did you get to be a good person for letting a woman breastfeed?
Yeah, cause it's people don't like women breastfeeding in public.
That's kind of dumb.
How is that dumb, man? I mean,
I mean, if you're hungry, you gotta eat, right? And if you don't want to eat something else but the titty,
babies eat titties,
yeah.
so yeah, that's true. But it's that like the woman is exposing her breast. I don't get why anybody
Would be against that?
will be against that. Well, he's coughing in the fucking microphone. Don't cough in the microphone. I'm good, man. I gotta go to work. I can't get too fucked up at work, then I'll make mistakes. But yeah. Oh, let me change this to. Oh, I can't change it. I can't change it. But
What do you you need to change?
Uh, change it to time so it's not on bar, cause I have no idea what bars are.
Oh.
Ah, there we go.
Oop.
So yeah, this podcast has been going on for 5 minutes.
Or a couple something bars.
What did you say?
Or really, or something couple bars.
A
Bars.
couple bars. Yeah, I mean this is gonna be a podcast with horrible audio, man. I don't think people are gonna hear us. I think they're gonna hear me and go like, "Who's that guy in the background?" It's like I was just doing a single podcast, and then you're my friend in the background, just yelling, yelling comments.
So it will basically be the same like every other episode.
It will be like every other episode. But you know what? How long have we been talking about this? Doing a podcast. I mean, we've been talking about doing a podcast for at least a couple months.
I would say a couple weeks, maybe a couple days. Surely not a couple months. I mean, you're just very high, so probably forgot.
Forgot what to do a podcast. No, I just felt like doing a podcast was like a lot of effort, but I don't want to put any effort in it. I just want to talk at a microphone and hope people find it funny. It would be, it would be sad if we get less than 7 listeners this podcast, which is gonna be a thing I'm gonna be sad about. And if somebody's gonna ask me, "What are you sad about?" and I can say, "I don't, I don't, I don't have 7 listeners on my podcast anymore." Like, not many people are listening to my podcast.
Man, those are some real problems actually, and some real issues.
It is right. I mean, 7 people. If you would a party with 7 people is that considered a party, or is it just a get together?
I think it also really depends on the people who are there. If they're like cool people, like real fun people. But it's like your family, then it's like not really a party. So
What are you saying, man? I'm talking about the amount of people. At what point will the amount of people be a party? I'm not talking about the type of people. I don't know who listens to this podcast. I have no idea. It might be nobody. It might just be bots. It might just be automatic podcastings because we're on 7 platforms, which makes sense that every platform wants to hear what they have on their platform. So all the 7 listeners we got are just platforms trying to figure out if this is a good podcast or not.
see, that's what I meant with the whole family thing and people thing. If there are bots that are listening, that makes like it way less good, way less better than when 7 actual people are listening. But shout out to the bots, all the bots that are listening. Thanks for being faithful, and we love you.
Yeah, yeah, we love you, man. I mean, I let this podcast listen to Sandra, and she told me that we talk about bullshit, and this podcast is about nothing, which is true, man. This podcast is literally about nothing. I don't want it to be about anything. Like people ask me what the topic is of the podcast. It's just me talking, man, or you talking about anything.
Well, it's basically shit talking. That's like the title of it. It's shit talking in like French, like some old language.
Oh no, it was Latin. I wanted to do the Steve Jobs one where you had to come up with a better logo, a better name in the next 2 hours, or I don't know, a day, and you didn't deliver, man. So
Now I think Badger Bros was like a fine name. Though we are not badgers, we are bros. So that would like been like half truth.
yeah, but sorry, I'm dying of lung cancer.
Coughing in the
I'm
microphone.
not coughing in the microphone, man. I'm not coughing in the microphone, but I can't draw badgers. Can you draw badgers?
I am kind of blanking on what badgers are. I
Yeah,
think they're like
exactly.
skunks.
Yeah, I think they're like skunks. I know they're very hard to kill in Far Cry 5.
They are in Far Cry 5.
Yeah, badgers are in every Far Cry game, and they're like really hard to kill.
Now they're Wolverines in Far Cry. I don't know what Wolverines are, but they are like basically the movie with the guy who is a Wolverine. They just heal fast, and they're not badgers. They're like other rodent animals that can kill you.
What are you saying, man? You know what a Wolverine is.
But
You're into that shit, man.
it's different It's different from a badger.
You want to call this podcast Wolverine?
No. No.
No, then why are you talking about Wolverines, man?
You were talking about the Wolverine in Far Cry 5, which is
No, I'm not talking about the Wolverine. I'm talking about the badger in Far Cry
no
5.
badger.
There are badgers in Far Cry 5,
There are
man.
no badgers in Far
Yeah,
Cry
man,
5,
it's from
dude.
that video. Like, badger don't care. Badger don't care.
There's no badger in Far Cry 5. There are no badgers in that part of America.
There is no cult in that part of America, also.
Fair, fair. But Wolverine is something completely different from a badger.
honey badger in Far Cry 5, man.
There is absolutely no such thing.
You just didn't play the game very well.
I played the game excellent. Mm-hmm.
That's a badger, bro. Right there.
I don't know, man. I want to see its skin. I want to see the proof that this
That's
is a
proof.
bad.
That's proof right there.
That's a Wolverine, man.
That's not a Wolverine. A Wolverine is not a real animal.
A badger is black and white. Well, Wolverine.
No, you got Wolverine. What? Wolverine is a comic book character.
No, it's Nano. It's also a team. It's also a sports team. The Wolverines.
No, from what?
I have no idea from what it is.
Yeah, you don't watch sports, man.
Well, I watch some sports.
What sports you watch?
Like occasionally I flip through the tally and I would see, all kinds of sports, like where people do sports stuff. With balls. They kick them. Football. Soccer.
So you're into some kind of pseudo masochism gay porn, where they kick balls. Is that what you're saying? So if you watch soccer and football, what's your favorite team?
I don't know, I like the guys in the leather suits with like the zippy tie things on their mouth. I love those guys. They always deliver. Now I'm gonna prove to you first that there is such a thing as a Wolverine. Because I am sure at this point that there's an animal called Wolverine that isn't an Australian man wearing some tights.
I'm pretty sure Wolverines don't exist.
Aha! There you go. That's a Wolverine right there. And that's no honey badger. There's no such thing as a honey badger in Far Cry 5. You uncultured swine.
Alright. It does look like the animal. No, that microphone doesn't work, man.
Can't help me but believing.
So Wolverines do exist.
They do.
They do not look like Wolverine
No.
from what's his name?
Huge Jackman.
Yes, Hugh Jackman. I mean, this just looks like a bear to me, you know. Even Wolverine didn't know Wolverines were a real animal. So are they real animals? I don't believe they exist, man. You don't have any physical proof. There's no scientific proof that Wolverines exist.
You were just scrolling through the Google page.
And I can't say anything, man. I mean, the Earth is also not round.
Like what kind? Yeah, it's like a weird, like it has mountains and stuff.
No, man. But the Earth is also not flat. That's what many people may believe. The Earth is no. Is it? No.
It's a box shape, which is like different than a square.
It's a hexadiagonal, three-dimensional looking shape that is actually flat once you look at it in a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Like a hexagon, like
Yes, like a hexagon type shape.
There's like nine sides to it, or like,
Yes.
so how would that look like? It's like
It looks round, but it's not because our eyes, because of the scientific evolutionary stuff, can't see. You can't see those nine squares in the high decimal shit. You know.
Yeah, but we also can't see the round stuff of the Earth, and the Earth is roundish.
No, the Earth is not round, man.
Well, it's some kind of roundish.
It's not.
It's like a ball, but like not a perfect ball. One with holes in it, and like things sticking out. But that's like Earth, man. Like it's a hexagon.
Well, if it's a hexagon, alright, let's just end the podcast right here, man, because I'm sorry, people, for a very shitty podcast this week. But it was a very shitty, we did discuss nothing, man. I feel like if we would listen this one back,
We discussed some important stuff.
like
Like
what?
breastfeeding, it being hot as tits outside.
It is very hot outside, and I feel like I'm gonna run out of water very soon.
That's probably why the water prices are so high at like expensive stores, right? Because
No, they're just try to sell you shit, man. They try to sell you expensive water, man.
well, that's true. Well, that's in the podcast here, huh?
Yeah, let's end the podcast. Thank you for listening. If you're listening, or if you're a bot, I feel like you're a bot. Keep coming back. Like, keep improving this podcast. I mean, just join us on this pointless journey. I mean, see it like this. You want to do